Greetings, how you doing? This is Adam Rafferty, funky fingerstyle guitarist from New York City, and in today's lesson I am going to show you a right hand pattern for playing 12/8 and shuffle type grooves. This is the basis of what I use when I'm playing songs like Isn't She Lovely, Higher Ground, Fly Me to the Moon, Can't Buy Me Love, The Way You Make Me Feel, and what else? I can't think of what else. Oh, probably Misty. So it's not limited to a single style like Stevie Wonder or just jazz. It kind of crosses a lot of boundaries. First, before we get started, I'd like to ask you, hit that subscribe button. That way you won't miss any upcoming lessons or videos. And head on over to Facebook and hit that like button. That would mean a lot to me. So to kick things off, what I'd like to do is just play you the right hand pattern more or less so you can get an idea of the kind of groove I'm going to show you. So it's mainly the ideas of what I'm doing with the right hand. That's what we're going to talk about in this lesson. Okay, so here goes. 1, 2, ready, and all right, so that was the sort of groove idea with the right hand. And, you know, this feels very good to me and very natural to me. So I kind of use this as the basis of most of my technique lately. So I'm going to grab my notes here. I want you to grab your guitar and let's work on this together. Okay, this is my cheat sheet so I can speak semi-coherently to you. I'm going to need to teach you a couple rhythm things before we actually do hands-on, but get your guitar anyway, okay? So step one, we got to get a bluesy way with a good feel of singing the beat. So the first thing to do is to know what is the ground beat that a drummer would be playing. This is really important for your concept. I teach it on Study with Adam in, I'd say, 99% of my arrangements. This is the ground beat. And here goes. We're going to use the words boo, boom, and then bap. Okay? I know it might sound silly. You might feel silly using these words, but just if you're alone with the computer or your phone right now, just sing this along with me. Okay, so we're going to do ba-boom. It's going to come right before the downbeat. So just fall into it with me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ba-boom, bap, 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 ba-boom, bap. Okay, so that word bap is falling where we're snapping the fingers. Okay, now on the guitar, you can go to the guitar now. One of two things is going to happen on bap, okay? Either we're going to hit with the thumb, that sort of sound that a lot of people do. I did it on Superstition. It's easily overdone, so just watch the volume on it, and I'll give you a couple tricks as to how to watch the volume. Now, this sound is the sound of the string hitting the frets. You can see I can do it very lightly. I have low action, meaning my strings are set very low. Okay? And I actually like doing this now with a bare thumb because it's kind of like a shock absorber. It's not quite so piercing of a sound. I can control it better. And you'll notice that if you come to the bridge where the string is tighter, you can make the sound disappear entirely. So you can kind of gauge the volume as you get closer to the middle, the string gets more wobbly. Okay, so that's one of the sounds that we're going to do on bap. The important thing is the motion of the arm. That's really what gives us the groove. Not that you need to overdo it, but the motion down towards the floor. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. Okay, the other thing that I do there sometimes, if I'm not doing this, I will do the back of a finger, usually my index finger, on a chord. So if I'm going... see that? That was actually the back of the middle finger. I'm watching here in my right hand cam to make sure that you see what I intend for you to see. Okay, so it can be like this. Bap, ba-boom, bap with the back of a finger, right? Or it can be bang, bang with the thumb. Now, there's this like triplet kind of ghosty, all that in-between stuff. So what is that? Okay, and how am I strumming it? So that's what I'm going to tell you now. We are in what's called 12/8 time, which means if we're counting this beat of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are quarter notes, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Up top, we got these finer details of this. Watch this. So if I sing 4 beats and I sing chickata four times, that's 12. And those are written as eighth notes. You're probably never going to have to read those, but we call it 12/8 time. Okay, so what's going to happen is the index finger is going to behave like a flat pick, and it's always going to be changing directions or alternating. And we can do this maybe on muted strings. We can start with an up. So what's going to happen is we're going to have a down on the fourth one. That would be check it 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. You see how the snap is falling with the 4? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we want that to be a downstroke, either this or with the finger. So let's do it first with the finger. So we're going to start with an up, and we're going to go 1 2 3 4 5 6, but we're going to put an accent on the down. Okay, 1 2, ready, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, did you see I was going 1 2 3 4 5 6? I'm even getting the way I play. I'm actually getting a little bit of thumb and finger at the same time, but that's just because I've done it a lot. Okay, so this alternating of the up and the downs, I like the way that feels. It feels to me like when I'm playing a hand drum and alternating my hands. It feels very natural. There's no awkward picking or, it's sort of like I can just pick up my guitar and pick up my guitar and play. I can pick up my guitar and do this pretty easily without a whole lot of warming up or feeling like I'm doing something complicated. Okay, so that's the basic rudiment. Okay, now with that, we're going to add some thumbs, and we may even do thumb and index finger at the same time. But the main thing is that you get this feeling of strumming and alternation. So that's just index only. But to me, that still sounds a little bit like rhythm guitar, kind of, and that the bass player is out taking a break, getting into trouble, and he needs to be back on the bandstand. So the way I'm going to kick this off is with a thumb strum. And it's going to be like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, back, and then it's going to kind of just roll out from there. So watch the right hand. I'll try to do this a little slower than I usually do it so you can follow it. Okay, so the chord that I'm playing, by the way, if I didn't show you, is C sharp minor 9. Okay, I'm just going to stay on that chord and do the strumming pattern. Okay, bam, back it to 1 and 2 and check it to and. Okay, so when you're playing guitar like this, one thing that you have to take into consideration the most, I would say, is what are the outside notes? Meaning, what is the highest note that your fingers might catch? I'm strumming across a lot of strings here with just one finger. And then I'm strumming down here. So watch this, like on the C sharp minor 9 chord, I'm muting that over here with my left hand, just with a little piece of meat from my finger. It's barely touching that. And then I'm doing like a little bit of the meat of my index finger here to mute the high E string. So when I strum all of this, we don't hear any of the outer E strings. Okay, so because if we did, it would sound like this. And sometimes I'll let that top string come through, but I always have in mind what are the outermost voices. Okay, and I'll even choose chord voicings that maybe add or take away notes in the middle, but so that I can freely strum across 6 strings. Okay, so I'm going to flash the chords on the screen now, and I'm going to try to play this slowly. This is an example. This is not a performance. I'll do it one time slow, and you can just try to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can try to do that index strum along with it. And remember, you're going to strum 1, 2, 3, and then bap on beat number, the 4th, 8th note. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Alrighty, so that's the basic groove. I know I was throwing some other stuff in, but it revolves around that alternating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the index finger starting on it up. And if you do want to learn Isn't She Lovely, years ago I made a DVD with the full arrangement on it, so that's over on adamrafferty.com. But that's not the point of this lesson. The point of this lesson is to give you this cool kind of strumming tool that you can use in all kinds of musical situations on all kinds of tunes. Okay? And like I said, I use this as a basis, like a basic motion and coordination with my right hand for when I even play solo arrangements. I know it's a little bit sloppy, but I like the groove that it produces. So thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed this short lesson. I hope it got to the point quickly enough, and I hope that you can use this to make beautiful music, either playing solo guitar or making music with other people. All right. God bless.